Hello, and welcome to another activity in our Reflection for Learning series called Mindful Observation. This exercise is designed to connect participants to the beauty of the natural environment, but it can also be used when students arrive in class feeling tired and stressed, or it could be used at any time through a session for restoring attention. It can help students to refocus their attention and positively contribute to their health and well-being. Research points to the health benefits of not just contact with nature, but connection to nature. And while 30 minutes a day, soaking up these benefits may be considered optimum, we can benefit from even small doses of focused attention and observation. So as we begin today's practice with our wonderful friends, I'd just like you to take a moment to consciously relax. Take a few deep breaths and come to a comfortable position. I invite you to observe how you're feeling. How have you arrived here in your chair today? I encourage you to stay open to this experience, and if you can find a location where you can observe a natural organism within your immediate environment, such as a flower, an insect, if you're looking out a window, if you've got a house plant, anything that, or if you've got an insect on the ceiling even, anything that is part of what we would call the natural environment that you can focus on and watch for a minute or two. Imagine you're seeing it for the first time without judgment or expectation. And reflect deeply on its presence and possibilities as you just observe. As you return to the room, just take a moment and reflect on how you're feeling now. Do you notice a difference? Yes, Marina?
Yeah, I feel, I don't know, a little bit stimulated or refreshed because I was focusing on, I don't know what it's called. I don't know my plants. Some plant 2 doors away in the neighbours I can see, and I've never actually studied it before very closely. Really long frond-like leaves. So yeah, it's quite invigorating. Thank you.
That's a good word to use. And I think that comes back to what we're saying. For students, that can be that opportunity to just take a little bit of time out and to feel refreshed is so important in the current environments that we're teaching in. Did anybody else have any feelings they want to add to that? Invigorated? Anything else? Magnus?
I looked at an Angophora tree outside my window, which has very rough bark. And it was interesting that I started thinking about how little things mattered compared with looking at the tree. You know, all the little worries sort of, dissipated. And I was just looking at this tree and I was picturing the bark, and it just gave me a very lovely, peaceful feeling.
Very nice. Yeah. And Louise?
I was just looking out the window, and it has started raining in the past few minutes, and I just started focusing on the rain, and it made me realize, because around the rain is the environment, and something so simple as that can change how the environment looks, how it sounds, how it feels. And it was a really good reminder about how something very small is all we need to change how we think, how we feel, what we do.
Greg?
Yeah, it kind of led me into a peaceful sort of space too. And I came back into the room with a kind of sense of pleasure just in the aliveness of the tree that I was looking at. And then in the details, these kind of really amazing swirls down the bark that, you know, normally just half see. And it was just lovely to actually have a really, really close look at them.
Yeah. And they're all beautiful reflections about how you actually connected with, not just made that contact. So that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
Cool.
And if you would like to check out this activity or any of the others in our activity guide, and to send us any, if you adapt this activity at all, we'd be very keen to hear of the feedback that you get and your reflections on this activity. Please contact us on this email. And thank you for joining us today.